Well, Indianapolis is in the national political spotlight as the arrival of presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris is happening as we speak. Thanks so much for joining us at noon. I'm Caitlin Kendall. The vice president's plane is arriving at Indianapolis International Airport, and this is video from a bit earlier today as she departed from the D.C. area heading to IND. Harris is scheduled to speak at the Zeta Phi Beta sorority Grand Boulé at the Indiana Convention Center this afternoon. The sorority invited Harris to speak in Indy long before President Biden made the decision to step away from the election on Sunday. We're going to take a live look at Indianapolis International Airport for you now. You can see the plane has landed. It is carting into the runway now, bearing Vice President Kamala Harris on board. Of course, we've been watching for this arrival. The plane just landed just a couple of seconds ago. So, of course, we'll be keeping eyes on this plane, eyes on the convention center, kind of watching everything happen this morning. Of course, again, everybody highly anticipating what she's going to talk about and seeing her step off of that plane at IND. We are going to take a look also at some of that security that is in place at IND. There are snipers on top of buildings, all sorts of emergency personnel and police departments and people on hand, making sure that the safety and security of the vice president and the proposed presidential nominee for the Democratic Party that we are anticipating to happen as well, making sure that everything is safe and sound at Indianapolis International, not just for them, but of course for all the other passengers and people who are flying into IND or maybe picking somebody up. We do want to check in now with our Meredith Hackler, who is live outside of the convention center where Kamala is expected to head after boarding, getting off of that plane, headed to where you are. Meredith, let's talk a little bit about what you guys are expecting and what you're seeing out there at the convention center.
Yeah, hi there, Caitlin. As you mentioned, this was a planned trip by the VP before she became the presumptive Democratic candidate here in the state of Indiana. Democratic delegates have already pledged their loyalty to her. But where I'm at right now, I am on Maryland and West Streets. And if you take a look behind me here, you can see that there's already a pretty strong police presence. There's not only local police, but there is also Secret Service that has been here sweeping the area, making sure that it is safe for her arrival. She's expected to arrive here around 12:30. She's scheduled to speak at 12:45. And while Vice President Harris is speaking inside, here outside, there will be several advocacy groups advocating and welcoming her to Indianapolis. And some of the things that they're going to be talking about, three main topics: that's climate change, access to reproductive rights, as well as peace in Gaza. So Planned Parenthood Indiana is going to be here. Indiana Conservation Voters will be here, as well as the Indiana Muslim Network. Now, as I said, she is expected to speak at 12:45. Our Mark Mullins will be on the inside. He's making his way through security. As you guys know, these are pretty locked down events, especially following a couple of weeks ago when we saw the attempted assassination of President Trump. Everybody's pretty much on edge when it comes to making sure the area is safe. But Mark Mullins will have a full report as to what Harris has to say to the Zeta Phi Beta sorority. Live here in Indianapolis, Meredith Hackler, WRTV.
Meredith, thank you for that. And meanwhile, former President Donald Trump's VP pick, J.D. Vance, is planning a stop in Fort Wayne today. He's set to attend a fundraising reception, and a $1,000 contribution to Trump's fundraising committee is required for anyone wishing to attend there. And in just hours, President Joe Biden is going to speak from the Oval Office for the first time since dropping out of the presidential race. His endorsement of Vice President Kamala Harris helped propel her to become the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee in just over one day. At 8 o'clock tonight, Biden is set to deliver a speech unlike that of any president in more than 50 years, explaining why he is dropping out of the presidential race. Biden's team says that he then plans to aggressively campaign with Harris. The first poll since Biden withdrew shows Harris has a slight lead over former President Trump. Harris's visit to Indianapolis comes a day after her first rally in Wisconsin.
We who believe in reproductive freedom will stop Donald Trump's extreme abortion bans because we trust women to make decisions about their own body and not have their government tell them what to do.
Now today, Trump is back on the campaign trail for the first time since Biden dropped out of the race. Sources tell ABC News the Secret Service has recommended that the former president stop holding rallies outdoors following the July 13th assassination attempt. Today's event will be held inside.